Finally, let's look at the first sentence of an academic essay. This sentence is taken from Suresh Kanagaraja's The Place of World Englishes in Composition. In their award-winning essay, English Only and U.S. College Composition, Bruce Horner and John Trimber trace the pedagogical and cultural developments that have led to the conception of English writing in the United States as a unidirectional and monolingual acquisition of literate competence. I offer you a sentence rather than a paragraph because, as you can imagine, paragraphs in academic writing can be quite long. But notice all the different things we could say about this one sentence alone. Kanagaraja begins by summarizing someone else's ideas. He does so by first introducing the text and the people who wrote it, and then describing what they did in their research. Only one comma is used, despite how long the sentence is. The nouns he uses are abstract, while the adjectives he uses, there are many, are less common in everyday spoken language. The heart of this sentence is essentially Bruce Horner and John Trimber trace developments. But notice the way that extra information is incorporated into the sentence. An opening phrase is inserted, and then other information is tacked on. That have led to the conception of English writing describes the developments. In the United States describes the conception. As a unidirectional and monolingual acquisition describes the conception of English in the United States. And of literate competence further explains the kind of acquisition being traced. Our description of the passage here is clearly different from what we noticed in the fiction and nonfiction passages. This academic writer packed a lot of information, as opposed to description, into one single complex sentence. And he did so not by referencing an image or a story, but by referencing what other academics like him have said. Not only does this sentence suggest that academic writers value the discussion of ideas, but also that beginning an essay with what other people have said can be a great strategy for anyone writing in an academic setting, including you. I'm really only scratching the surface with these passages, but the main point is this. Now that you have a sense for how to read as a writer, you can begin to notice choices that writers make. Simply noticing is the first step toward developing a stronger awareness of the kind of work writing can do, and toward putting together a repertoire of writing tools that you yourself can wield with persuasive, rhetorical power.